episode 2 of the COD Casuals. We're your hosts, Justin and Mike. Mike, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, thanks. Just chilling, we're hanging out right now, watching some of the Call of Duty games going on for the what do they call this right
Super
now?
Week.
The Super Week.
The
Super Week, yeah.
It's OpTic versus Ultra right now.
Yeah.
We have it pulled up. We'll go back and forth between like the topic and the game.
Right, absolutely. We'll talk about that more later on, since I think there's only
It's just this game.
Yeah, this is the last game for the day.
Yeah.
So
I'm saying 3-1 OpTic.
yeah, I would probably go with the same thing. I might think 3-2 though.
3-2.
I think it'll go to a game 5. I hope OpTic clears up on their search.
Yeah, me too.
That's
after that sweep.
Yeah,
by
absolutely.
FaZe.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that.
Yeah. But yeah, in episode 1 we talked about just why we created the podcast. So episode 2 we just want to talk about how we started in COD.
Yeah.
And, like the CODs we played and how we got introduced to competitive COD.
Right. Yeah, do you want to start with that? Kind of how you started off playing Call of Duty? What led you to be where we are today?
Where we are now.
Yeah, yeah.
So I started off in MW2, where I first started.
God tier game.
Yep. I was over this one kid's house, and it was me and 3 of my friends, never heard of Call of Duty, and we were playing on Derail, and we were fighting for the house, like off to the side of the map. And
I'm trying to remember.
It's a snow map.
Oh yeah, massive map, right?
Yeah,
Isn't it? Yeah, with the train in
with
the
the
middle
train,
of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
And there's like a house off to the, depending on the side you're on, but like it's pretty far out.
Yeah.
And we were just fighting for the house, and we were like sniping, shooting RPGs and stuff. And that's when I realized, like, all right, this game's sick. So
yeah.
I bought MW2. That's the first game I played. Thought I was really good at it.
Yeah.
Compared to the other CODs, I was complete trash.
Right. Nah, MW2, I find that it's just like Black Ops 2. There's this crazy allure that surrounds MW2, like
nostalgia.
Like it's just the most godly game of all time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, that game had so many broken guns in it.
Yeah.
Looking back at now,
it had a lot of broken guns.
The ACR, like I always loved the TAR 21. You remember that gun?
Yeah.
Oh.
I never used that. What I use, the ACR, the MP7. No, was the MP7 in it? MW2?
Yeah.
No.
That was an MW3.
Yeah, I used a UMP.
Yeah, UMP 45.
Yeah.
Suppressed.
Yeah. But so I started off in that, and then I got MW3 in like 2011. I think that's when it came out. And I hated that game.
Yep.
So I went back to MW2, and I was like, all right, I'm going to jump back to MW3.
Right.
And I grinded that game. And I spent the most time I ever did on like any COD in that game.
Yeah.
And I would say that's a COD where I got good.
It was like, MW3.
Yeah, like I knew the game. I knew like spawns and stuff, and I could read people easier.
Yeah.
And that was like the start of it, basically.
Yeah.
You want to go into like your beginning and then when you figured out?
Yeah. I remember playing. Like I said on our first episode, I've been playing first-person shooters on the PS2. I was playing like Medal of Honor, Rising Sun. My first COD was Call of Duty Finest Hour. Fucking yeah. Wipe the fucking dust off me, dude.
Some people don't even know what that is.
Yeah, that was I can't remember if that was like COD 2 or COD 3. What it basically was.
Yeah.
Because that was kind of a weird one.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I never played it.
Yeah.
My first system was a PS3.
Yeah. So I was playing that. Still to this day, I don't think I've ever beat the campaign in that game. Even I came back like years later, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna fucking ice this game, and it's so hard. Yeah, it's a hard game. But yeah, it was set in World War II, so I always loved World War II. Like I'm a big history person anyway, so I dug that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I played that, and then World at War I played. That was like my first big time Call of Duty.
Yeah.
World at War.
Got good.
Yeah, definitely. World at War, and Modern Warfare 1, right? Or just Modern Warfare.
Just COD 4.
Yeah, COD 4, right? That's what we got to call it now because there's COD 2 4. Modern Warfares. Yeah, I played COD 4, not that much though, but World at War, my friend Corey and I, we played it. I remember he came over and we beat the campaign. We did co-op campaign to play zombies.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like shitting my pants. I was so scared about zombies. And then I ended up getting online.
Yeah.
Like not that long after. And looking back on it, like, dude, I was such a nub. Like, I remember when I hit level 65, because that's what the max was there. When I hit 65, I called him because I did not want a prestige, and I was so scared. I was like, dude,
you didn't want to lose everything.
Yeah. Legit. I remember I called him. I called him on my landline. I was like, dude, I don't want a prestige. And like the MP40, an extended mag. I was like, do I have to buy like a magazine, like a physical fucking magazine? Like, dude, I was faded. Like, I'm thinking about it now. It's crazy. But yeah, I grinded that game with him. And yeah, then he stopped and I just kept going.
You just kept playing.
I was just like, dude, I love this game. I never sniped. I just used like the Thompson drum mag, MP40. What was it? The Type 99 or Type 97. It was like it had the clip on the side. You know that gun? Yeah. It was like
it was probably the 99.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah.
There was
Type 97 was in MW3.
Yeah.
It was a 3-round burst.
There was that gun, and then there was another one in World at War. I can't remember the name of it. I think it was an AR. It was trash. Yeah. It had like the mag was on top of the gun like that. It looked like a mohawk. I used to call it the mohawk gun as a kid. There was that gun, and then there was like the DB28. Some insane assault rifle with like a drum mag on top.
Oh, I remember seeing that.
Yeah. But yeah, I just grinded that game, hit 10th prestige, and then after that was that Modern Warfare 2? After World at War?
Yeah. Yeah, it was MW2, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I played the solid amount of that. I hit 10th on that.
Yeah, I didn't play COD 4.
Yeah.
I mean, I played it like after, but I didn't play a lot of COD 4.
Right.
And then Black Ops 1 came out after MW2.
Yeah, we were in like middle school at that point.
Yeah, we were in
I think 6th grade or 7th grade, something like that. Grade.
But like I literally completely skipped Black Ops 1 because I played MW2 throughout the Black Ops 1 year.
Right.
But Black Ops 1 was the COD that like got me into competitive. Like,
what was Black Ops 1?
Yeah, wanting to play competitive.
Yeah.
Was because one of our friends, he 1v1'd me on Nuketown.
Oh, I remember
that. He slapped me. Yeah. And I was pissed. And ever since then, I was like, all right. I'm going to go really hard and figure out the game. And then I took that and like applied it to MW3 the next year. And that's when like I learned everything.
Right.
But then skipping like a few years, what was it? What was after MW3?
Black Ops 2. Yeah, Black Ops 2.
Black Ops 2, like I didn't play all that much.
Yeah.
Most people like love that game and glorify it.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat, man.
Yeah, I mean that was a great like COD, and that's like when I started watching competitive, or at least like introduced to it.
Yeah.
But I remember I didn't get Black Ops 2 because I liked MW3 too much, and I liked the Infinity Ward like guns. And also like I didn't have the money for the game. Yeah. So I just didn't buy it.
Right. Yeah, I'm in the same thing with Black Ops 2. I didn't play much of it. Black Ops 1 I really liked. I don't know why. I like the maps on that game, like Array. I thought that map was fucking flaming. And I like the guns. I always would play what did they call it? Like the wager matches.
Yeah. Wagers.
Yeah, and sticks and stones and one in the chamber. In the money. Out of the money. Like those, they were so much fun.
I got Black Ops after MW3.
Yeah.
Because I got it for zombies.
Right.
That was it. But, like, to that point, like, I only played Infinity Ward games. Like, I didn't touch any of the Treyarch games. Yeah. And the funny thing is like, now Treyarch's definitely, like, my favorite game.
Yeah, exactly. They make. Yeah, I don't know why. Like, I never really cared much about, like, the whole battle early on. Because both the developers, they were so good. Yeah. You know, like they both put out such good games, and I don't know. It's definitely just because I was younger and didn't really notice it. But I didn't notice like the BS in those games, other than MW2. Yeah, like I noticed that even when I was young. I was like, this is crazy.
I didn't even know there was a feud. I just only played Modern Warfare. So like I just stuck to that. I didn't even bother playing like Black Ops or anything.
Right.
But after what was it? After MW3, Black Ops 2. After Black Ops 2, it was
After Black Ops 2 was
Advanced Warfare.
Yeah.
No, was it?
I think it was Advanced War. No, what?
No, it wasn't.
No way it was. Was it Black Ops 3?
No, that came after Advanced Warfare.
Do we have to look this up? I can't remember what it was now.
After Black Ops 2? I think it was Advanced Warfare.
It might have been. Yeah, I was gonna say pull that shit up because I actually don't know. I remember Advanced Warfare. I played a little bit of it, but very little, honestly. Yeah. Because I just wasn't into the whole idea of the jetpack and everything. I was so against that. But then like Black Ops 3 came out, and oh my god, like that's what makes no sense, right?
Yeah.
I'm an idiot because I loved Black Ops 3.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, thinking about it now, like I would definitely go back and play Advanced Warfare.
Yeah, I played. I think I prestiged twice in that game.
Yeah.
But I stopped playing because no one played it. Because
Right.
that's when people started like hating COD because it was jetpacks. And I had it on the PS3, and it was made for the PS4.
Yeah.
So it was just slow.
Yeah, that was a real turning point, wasn't it? Like when that trailer came out for Advanced Warfare.
Yeah.
I remember that. There was a scene where like from the campaign where they were boosting.
Yeah.
You know, like they were jumping and people were up in arms. Like,
Yeah.
yo, this is bullshit. Like COD's dead.
Yeah.
It's terrible. But I like at the time I was definitely with him. I was like, yeah, fuck that shit. Like I loved boots on the ground, you know. But now like Black Ops 3 and then
Oh, it was Ghosts.
Yeah, Ghost.
Didn't play Ghosts.
Yeah,
That's why. I literally didn't play it.
I played Ghost a little bit.
Yeah.
That was right around the time where I kind of started to follow competitive gaming a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like hearing of teams like OpTic and FaZe.
Yeah, yeah.
Because for me, that started back in MW2, where I'd first heard of OpTic Gaming. Being like them and FaZe, they were sniper clans as far as I was concerned. You know, like I remember some of the guys from FaZe. I can't think of their names right now. It sounds
Temper and Banks.
Banks, I remember.
Yeah, yeah.
I do remember him. Temper, not as much.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember like OpTic, like and
Predator.
Yeah,
OpTic
Predator. Was Diesel sniping back then? Did he do that shit?
Yeah, I think he sniped a little bit with Hex.
Yeah. There were some of those guys, and then of course the king of sniping back then, Grizz.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, he's like, it's Grizz, baby. Him. I remember watching his videos all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh yeah, those guys were, they were insane.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was cool too because in World at War, the guys who were really popular or like kind of popular on YouTube were the guys who were the top in public leaderboards.
Yeah, yeah.
Isn't that weird? Because now you don't know who they are.
Yeah, because the leaderboards are just messed up now.
Yeah.
You never know.
Right. But, like, it was funny. I listened to, I think it was Censor. Censor, he was a former Call of Duty pro.
Still a pro.
He's still damn good. People shit on him. Yeah, they shit on him all the time. But I mean, he's got skills.
Yeah, I mean, he's better than the majority of people in this world.
Like 95%.
Yeah, don't even. People are gonna say I'm better than Censor. I'm like, all right,
no,
you're not playing in the CDL.
Yeah, he would gun me. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
he's a world champ.
Yeah.
Is he multiple or? I think
No,
just one.
he never won like a ring, but he won championships.
Yeah, he won championships.
In AW. I mean, he always talks about it. He's like, I gunned Krim.
Yeah.
I beat him in a 1v1.
Right. But he mentioned in his podcast with Hex, I was listening to that again.
Yeah.
He mentioned one of those guys. I think it was in World at War.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I think he was like the top leaderboard. He mentioned his name, and I remembered. I was like, dude.
Yeah.
Like nobody, and Hex didn't know him. He was like, oh yeah. I'm like, dude, I know that guy.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Him, El Nene, Lindo,
Yeah.
Code Magic,
Yeah.
all these people who are DeGuard 76, these psychos. They had like 50, 60 days.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they were insane.
Which is nuts.
Yeah, can you
that
imagine
many
that?
days.
Yeah, like I remember the most I'd ever seen on a COD was over 100 days.
That's ridiculous. That's
that.
crazy.
Yeah, but that was like
We can't do that now.
no, exactly. No, our lives don't allow it.
Yeah.
But yeah, those guys like I would watch them on YouTube, but I would see the snipers like the OpTic Clan and CDL. You know.
Yeah.
That's how I got introduced to it.
When I started like following it was like AW.
Yeah.
Like I would watch events and ghosts like here and there, and then in MW3, like I knew OpTic won like COD XP and stuff.
Yeah.
But that was about it. Like I didn't watch events or anything.
Yeah.
But Advanced Warfare was like the start of me watching, like keeping up with the events.
Yeah.
And I just remember that because that's when Attach, like he just came in and he just won a world championship with Denial. But that's when it started for me. And then ever since, like I've just been watching.
Yeah.
So.
Did you know or watch any of those snipers or any like old stuff back then?
I watched Predator like a lot. OpTic Predator back in like MW3.
Yeah.
Him and Nadeshot would do what's that series? Snipers Going Ham.
Yeah.
It would be Predator and Nadeshot, and sometimes it would be like Predator and Pomage because back then he was on OpTic.
Right.
And they would just run around with snipers.
Yeah.
Killing everyone.
Right.
But yeah. That's when I got introduced to like competitive COD, like watching it, and that was probably around the same time too, where I was like started following Hex, and I've heard of a guy named Nadeshot through Hex,
right?
And then I saw Scump posting like videos on MW3 because that guy was like a monster in pubs.
Yeah,
like he would be dropping Moabs all the time, and that's when I was watching like all those guys.
Yeah, did you watch much of Machinima?
I watched like a few episodes of Machinima, but I didn't like keep up with them.
Yeah. That's how I remember, like any of these guys at first. Like I remember Hutch. That's how I'd first heard of him, was because he was partnered with Machinima.
Yeah.
Doing that Camp Hutch series, I think it was called. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Or Hutch's
Boot Camp or something.
Camp, something like that. Yeah,
Camp Hutch. And I remember that whole intro. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was so weird, like thinking about the time or what YouTube was, or like what YouTube gaming was
back then.
Yeah, because like that guy G Unit, do you remember him? Yeah, like it was all about dropping the fastest nuke.
Yeah.
Like, and then I remember Hutch had him on and like told him he's full of shit. And he was like, "Is it fake?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Why would you know?" But I remember, them and then Hex through doing those top 10 clips. That was the first time.
Clips.
That was the first time. Yeah. What's going on, guys? Big OpTic Hex.
Yeah.
That's
when I first heard him.
Yeah. I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
Or like, I didn't even put it together that he founded OpTic.
Well, he didn't found it. He just like inherited OpTic.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Or it was like, the head of OpTic, I guess you want to call it that, right?
Yeah.
I thought he was just some guy who was part of OpTic.
Yeah.
Like a player or whatever.
That's what he was at first.
Because he sniped, he sniped.
Yeah. And like when I was first like watching them, I didn't even like, I figured out who OpTic Hex was and like Scump and whatnot. But I really started getting introduced to more competitive COD. It was because of T Martin.
Yeah.
Because T Martin had that series like nade spots or like jumping spots or something. I can like remember the intro in my head.
Yeah. The guy running around the map.
Yeah.
I remember you showed me that.
And he was trying to be a pro.
Yeah.
And I just watched a bunch of T Martin. So when that happened, that's when I started following like Hex and OpTic and Scump and all that.
Yeah.
Nade started blowing up. And then, what was it? That's when like OpTic got a house and everything around that time. I think it was 2011 when they got their first house. And I remember seeing all these people. I'm like, these guys are kids.
Yeah.
They're kids. Like, that's nuts. And I remember showing my parents. I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
These guys are living the dream. They're like 18 years old.
Right.
Playing COD all together in a house. Little did we know it was like garbage inside there.
Yeah. Yeah. And to think like what they'd be doing now, like, as we're talking, we're watching those guys play, or at least Scum. I don't really remember him. I don't remember him that much from the early days of YouTube. I remember seeing a couple of videos of him, like where you're saying he was just frying in pubs.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't remember much of him. It was only until I got into competitive around Ghosts, or
you would see the name.
Yeah, that I would see the name and kind of put two and two together. And I remember I saw Hex at like it was I can't remember where it was. I saw it. It was on YouTube where they posted it, like moments from the events.
Yeah.
And they'd said his name.
Yeah.
And it was like my like brain exploded.
Yeah.
When I was like, yeah, this was years ago. I couldn't believe it. I was like, dude, that's him.
Yeah.
Like putting 2 and 2 together. I was like, that's the guy.
Yeah.
Alongside Anoj. Don't know what happened to Anoj. If Hex is listening, tell us what happened to Anoj, dude. Where is that man?
Scump. Yeah, I watched a lot of his like pub clips in MW3.
Yeah.
That's back like he was still posting, like he was doing everything himself.
Yeah.
But it started slowing down like after Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
For him, I think. Because, you know, in Ghosts, he left OpTic for like 2 weeks and went to Envy because he got pissed at Nate.
Right.
And then he went back home, played for Envy, and he was like, shit.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think people still give him a hard time about that.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's whatever. He was young. He had no idea what he was doing.
Right. But yeah, it was right around that time. Like even in Ghosts, I wasn't playing much, but I kind of got into competitive or started watching it a bit more. It was really in like Black Ops. What was it? Black Ops 3, I think.
Yeah, like when we were like, you were following it.
Yeah, like really trying to keep up with the events.
Yeah,
watching tournaments. Like you and I, we would meet up and like grab grub and just start watching them.
Yeah.
You know, like that's where it became an event for us.
Yeah.
But that was also because we were playing the shit out of Black Ops 3.
Black Ops 3, yeah. We played a lot of Black Ops 3.
That game is so good.
That was senior year for us, 2016.
Senior year of high school.
Yeah, senior year of high school, yeah. And we played so much of it.
Oh, my God. And
I like jetpacks. I know a lot of people hate it, but like I like all the jetpacks.
Yeah. No, I like the jetpack games. Like at BO3 initially, like with Advanced Warfare, I wasn't about it.
Yeah,
and then
that was too fast. Like I much prefer BO3, but if they went back to Advanced Warfare, it'd be a little bit annoying. But I wouldn't hate it.
Because couldn't Advanced Warfare and then I think after Black Ops, or wasn't it later, right?
After Black Ops 3, it was
Infinite Warfare. Yeah, IW.
And that was just like. I didn't buy that game because it was like a copy and paste of
Me
BO3.
either. Yeah.
I'm sure it felt different.
Yeah.
But I just didn't buy it.
Yeah.
I just kept playing BO3.
Right. I liked BO3 because it was like the boost was kind of slow.
Yeah.
You know, it was a fast game, but it wasn't like you would just go like you could move so fast in the game.
That's what Infinite Warfare did. They like refined that game. I just didn't buy it.
Right.
It wasn't worth it for me.
Yeah, Infinite Warfare did not appeal to me.
Yeah.
Did you watch competitive during IW?
I watched it, but I didn't follow it. I only watched the majors.
Yeah.
That was it. Like I didn't watch any of the small events or anything.
And that's funny because that was a year that OpTic
won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and they haven't won a world championship since.
Yeah.
And
we watched that.
Yeah.
I remember like being in my room watching that.
Yeah.
And like the confetti falling from the
and
like arena and stuff.
Yeah, but it was just funny because we didn't even play IW. So like the only knowledge we had of the game was from watching events, which was seldom. You know. So yeah, then that was like the jetpack era, and then after that,
World War II.
I have mixed
hated
feelings.
that. World War II was a garbage game. I hated that game so much.
I don't have as much hatred as you do.
That's my least favorite COD, like by far.
Yeah, really.
I thought it was so clunky and it wasn't smooth, and it was a dark map and just boring. Campaign was awesome. Campaign's always good.
Campaign was great.
But I didn't like any of the maps. I didn't like how it played. I didn't even like get to first prestige. I quit so fast.
I think I made it to first prestige, but like don't get me wrong, I didn't like cream over that game. Like, dude, that game was amazing. Yeah. Like again, I liked it because like I started on World at War, you know, so it was definitely a nostalgia trip for me.
Yeah,
you know, because I recognized most of the guns, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. You know, like I think they had a simplified perk system in that game, or attachment system at least. I think. I don't think you could select like 20,000.
Yeah, no, you couldn't. But like they had that weird specialist thing where you had airborne and like
that made no sense.
Yeah, I mean, like I like the era. Yeah, I just don't think they made the game well.
Yeah,
I watched competitive during then too, and it was so boring to watch compared to the other games.
Yeah, that year
they literally played like 3 maps. That was it.
Yeah, like Ardennes Forest. I can't remember
That's all I remember them playing.
They played that one. I can't remember the other one. That was like not London. Was London Docks? That's from another game.
No, it was London Docks.
London Docks. Yeah.
Yep.
I remember that one, and then we were gonna say Hackney Yard.
Yeah, I was gonna say Hackney. That's MW.
That fucking. Oh my god, you know my feelings about that, brother. Oh Jesus.
I bet if we went back from Cold War to that game now, I think we'd play better in that game.
In Modern Warfare, probably
because it sort of feels the same.
Yeah,
but it's just like the maps on there are just so big. Dude, they're insanely big.
They're huge. Yeah. They're huge.
But like, I would much rather play Modern Warfare over World War II. Then like, there are rumors that they're going back to World War II. I don't think they confirmed that.
I was gonna say, what do you think about that?
I mean, I like it as long as they execute it better.
Yeah, I've watched a couple people talk about that, and from what it seems like regarding the sources it's coming from, it's pretty legit.
Yeah.
Like when it comes from those kinds of sources, like I don't know if it's Charlie Intel or you know.
I've just seen like rumors flying around, but I mean, I have nothing against the era.
So what is it? World War II?
Yeah.
2? Or is it just World War II?
I don't know what they're gonna name it.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's the same era again, that's fine with me as long as they make it fun.
Dude, they're gonna have jetpacks in World War II. You'd be flying around like with MP40s.
I just want the game to feel better, and the maps aren't like trenches.
Yeah. You remember that one map now you say that on World of War? There was straight trenches. Yeah. There was like 2 bunkers on each side, and it was just Trench City in the middle. Yeah, that map was crazy. I can't remember the name of it.
I don't remember. I didn't play World at War.
It's probably called Trenches. No, that was in World War II. That map.
Was it? Oh, yeah. I don't know what the name is, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
it was artillery gun.
Yeah, it was dark as shit, like every map in that game.
But I just didn't play a lot.
But I think that'll be it'll be a good game. I'm excited for that. You know, like again, I think it's just because I've got some strange fetish for the like World War II games.
Yeah.
Like I really dig those.
Yeah.
But you're right. I mean, it's like with any of these, it's just execution.
Yeah. You know? Because I remember in World War II, I think you could only have like 3 attachments or something. I can't remember. It wasn't a lot, but I remember I just didn't like the guns. I remember the bar. All I had was like a red dot on it. I don't think I can't remember if you had other attachments.
Yeah.
But if they execute it well, it would be good.
I think
because for the most part, I buy every COD.
Yeah, pretty much.
And like, I'm at that point now where like I can drop $60 on a game.
Yeah, exactly.
Back then, like I couldn't just drop $60 to buy Black Ops 2.
Right. It was different when we were like struggling high school kids or struggling college kids.
I want the new COD for Christmas.
Yeah, but it's like now that we work, it's like not a big deal if we want to go buy a game.
Yeah.
You know? But still, you still want a good product.
Yeah, you still want a good game, yeah.
Like I remember I was pissed when I hated MW.
Yeah.
Because I pre-ordered that game.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was such a bad game.
Yeah.
You know? Because you don't put the time into it, and then it's not worth the cost per use or something like that.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. If I can put in like at least 60 hours into a game, it paid for it like itself, which I think it did in MW because I think I got like 3 days or something.
Yeah.
On that game, but.
Yeah. I don't know. MW, man, it was just the movement. The movement in that game was so...
Yeah, I didn't like the super like sprint, like the double click. I feel like I'm breaking my thumbs every time I'm doing that. Or
they'd hurt.
I didn't like the maps was like the biggest thing.
Yeah.
That's what made...
Fucking Piccadilly.
Like, if you take, I don't know, maybe like Cold War's maps and put it on MW... I feel like it would play pretty well.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know. It's the maps.
But isn't that's part 2, like some of these games, or the maps, they work because of the movement, you know?
Yeah. The movement and the map you're like on.
Right. Well, like we're watching it right now, like they're playing on Raid. BO2 map.
Everyone likes raid.
Yeah, but it's funny because the competitive games are 4v4.
Yeah.
Right? Just like if you play League Play, it's 4v4. The past, 2 years has it?
Yeah.
It was 5v5.
Yeah, 5v5.
And I remember the pro saying, like, this map, Raid, and what's the other one that they added in? Express.
Yeah, Express.
Yeah. Those maps in 5v5 COD would not work.
Yeah.
Like, if you had all those people on the map, it just would not flow the same and it wouldn't play. But this is kind of a fast game, though.
Yeah. You know? Well, the thing is, like, Raid, most of the competitive maps that they all play on, like, the entire map's used.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally every single, like, nook and cranny is used.
Yeah.
But in MW, they're part of the maps that they just didn't even go.
Dude, you're discovering, like, months and you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
There's that part of the map. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, it was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about, like, obviously we've heard about it in the competitive scene. What do you think about maybe in public games if they did, like, the greatest hits of COD regarding the maps? You a fan of that?
Yeah, I mean, I would like it, yeah. I think most people would like it.
Yeah.
You know, like our age, because we all played through the older CODs and stuff.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, some people never played Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
Like, they weren't born in that era.
Right.
Which makes me feel so old.
Oh, yeah. No, it's the same thing. Like, there's some people I talk to, and they're like, oh, yeah, like, like, my first COD, and I'm like, oh, yeah, it must have been, like, a while ago, you know? But they're like, oh, yeah, it was, like, Black Ops 3. I'm like, what?
Yeah, they only know jetpacks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know? They don't know any of the other CODs.
Yeah.
Which is nuts.
I think it would be cool, and that would help out, like, a lot of fans to come back and play.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, again, like, I just buy COD every year because I like COD. I stick by it.
Yeah.
But I think Cold War it's a good game. I remember before when we first had it, that was tough, man. The skill base was tough.
Yeah, it was. And we
just didn't know how to play the game.
Yeah. It's funny because I don't think we were actively, like, it was definitely passive, you know? Like, we were just kind of, maybe in the back of our head, we were thinking about it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like every game we were trying different things to become better, you know?
Yeah.
It just kind of happened.
Yeah.
And I think that play style definitely was similar to MW, or some parts of it were.
Yeah.
You know?
Because, I mean, now when we go back and play it, I don't think this isn't like MW at all.
Yeah.
It definitely plays so different.
Yeah, I thought they'd be similar, and then I went and I played a game of Warzone, and I couldn't even believe it. It was that different, you know?
It felt so different.
Yeah. Like, this game, you have to like, hold headies, and you still have to play a bit more passive at times, you know?
You can't just sprint out.
Yeah. And MW was like that, you know?
Yeah.
Where, like, we came from, I mean, I've always, in Call of Duty, even from World at War onward, I've always been a submachine gun guy.
Yeah.
I've always run
I
subs.
always played fast. Like, I always ran a sub, but I think when I started to experiment and switch back and forth was AW.
Yeah.
And no, I usually use a sub, but I switch back and forth a lot.
Like, to be MP40 on fucking Dome in World at War, to be zipping around like a psychopath. Yeah. You know? And you get some guy with the Car 98 just, like, laying on the stairs. I'm like, dude, you're a bitch. Like, really? It's like, that's the smallest map ever.
Yeah.
You know?
But, yeah, going back, after Infinite Warfare, it was Black Ops 4. And I played the shit out of that game.
Yeah.
I'm Master Prestige level 1000 on that game. Like, I love that game.
How fucked is that?
And I watched every single, like, tournament.
Yeah.
Every single event.
Right.
Like, that game.
Yeah, they put out.
Yeah. And, like, me and my roommate and one of my other friends, like, we played League Play every single day. And
I am not one of those friends. I took an absence from Call of Duty.
Yeah, you skipped out on BO4.
Yeah. It's crazy to think.
Yeah.
I didn't play that year. I'm like, no.
Yeah. But luckily I had other people to play with.
Yeah, thank God, right? Dude, you would have gotten bodied.
Yeah, like, that's by far my best COD.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the most confident in that COD because it's so quick and it's so fast.
Yeah.
I'm zooming around the map.
Yeah.
With, like, the SOG.
Yep.
And the game just made sense to me.
Yeah.
More sense to me than, like, the other CODs. Like, League Play it wasn't like this League Play. where like we're getting slapped. me and the other two guys, like I felt good on that map. Like really, really good on that game.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. League play
On this is,
man, it's
annoying.
Tough. It is tough, especially because it's just us two. Really, when we go into a party,
I feel like it's so random how it matches us.
Oh,
like at this point, there are people out there. It's because you guys are trash.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not fucking pros or anything,
dude. Here. Sometimes I feel like trash when I play League play.
Yeah,
you know,
we're not fucking pros, but it's just the fact that we only have two guys. We can't communicate with the other two guys, and like, they're not, they have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah, and we come across teams where they're four. They're four guys. Yeah, they are a team.
They're four like buddies that only play competitive.
Yeah, dude, that's what's insane. We see the ranks these guys have. I'm like, holy shit! Like we're still level 1.
Yeah, because we don't grind. That's the problem. Like with the ranking system, you can just grind all day to like get points.
Right.
And you're just way higher than everyone else.
Yeah, and League play, like you got to have a different play style when you're playing League.
Yeah.
You know, like you can't be playing like we'll come out of pubs and then we'll hop into League play and it's just not the same people.
It's immediately like different. You're playing differently.
Yeah, exactly. And it's hard to just switch on a dime.
Yeah.
Your play style and then we get fucking joked.
Yeah. And sometimes the teammates we get are just not good.
You get those pubs teammates.
Yeah.
Those people who just don't push the point.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
And then like you just don't know what to do because everyone's running like 4 subs on the map, and you're like, what am I supposed to do? Like I never know whether to run like an AR or not.
Yeah.
Because everyone else is running subs or something.
Right. Yeah, it's tough, especially if you're playing like a game with like Hardpoint.
Yeah.
And you're trying to you have to be flipping spawns. Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
You need that guy on the AR.
Yeah.
Who's gonna hold down a spot?
Holding it down. Yeah.
You know. That's what like when we were watching the competitive game, like that's what's so cool about League play. Anyone who plays it, if you're playing it, you know, like say you're getting absolutely smacked, you know, you can learn a lot of immediate strategies on how to get better just by looking at the mini map of these pro games.
Yeah, just watching these guys and what they're doing.
Yeah, it's insane. Like we were, what was it on Cross? Is it Cross Strike? I keep fucking up the name.
Crossroads Strike.
Crossroad Strike, is that what it is?
Or Cross Strike Road.
I don't know,
something like that.
Small snow map.
Yeah. Yeah.
The map that apparently everybody hates.
Yeah.
Even though it's like one of my favorites.
Yeah. It's our favorites on pubs.
Yeah, favorites on pubs and
on Hardpoint it's
it's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
The hills are a joke.
P3 and P4 are just like if you control that,
it's over.
Yeah.
I think they moved it. They moved one of the hills in the patch.
Oh.
They moved it to ice.
Oh, okay.
Like where the control point is.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty sick. So that'll be interesting to see how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, like that map, you can just sit back on that like sniper's den area, you know?
Yeah.
If you have an AR.
By construction.
Yeah, exactly. If you just sit there and hold that.
Yeah.
On P1, you're good for like 2 hills.
Yeah.
You know? But you wouldn't know that, or you wouldn't think to do that if you're just an average person.
Yeah.
You know? But you watch, like, we were watching one of the pro players from Seattle, Awakening.
Mm-hmm.
Big Wake.
Not from Seattle.
No, from Seattle. Mutineers.
Mutineers,
yeah. Watching him play, like, that's exactly what he does.
Yeah. But then people in pubs, like, last night, I was playing Control Moscow, and I went 69-17. And no one on my team got like double-digit kills, and I lost.
Yeah,
and we went to game 5 because everyone just kept running in, like just running in and feeding them.
Yeah,
and the other team was like, "This guy's the only guy that's positive. Like, how is he killing us?" I'm like, "It's because I'm watching the map.
Right,
They're so easy to read." But I know there are people out there that struggle.
Yeah,
the same way as us.
Yeah,
like it's only 2 people. That's the thing. Maybe we can find like 2 guys that just want to play with us.
Yeah, exactly. No,
that want to chill.
Yeah, hit us up on Twitter, the COD Casuals.
Yeah, right.
The COD Casuals. Email.
Yeah, please.
Let us know.
Just 2 guys that want to chill and just play.
Yeah, because it would be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, we see those now because, I mean, last year, for you it was BO4, MW, and now this year for me it was really BO4. I didn't follow too much. competitive wise.
Yeah.
But last year and this year, you can directly apply that stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Because, after Black Ops 4, public wise, that's when Modern Warfare came out, right?
Yeah.
And then that was such a big change to the game.
Yeah, like, very big change.
Massive change. Because that's when the God tier Warzone
Warzone took over.
Literally, it changed everything.
It saved that game completely.
Yeah, it absolutely did.
Because Mike and I don't play Warzone at all.
No.
And I'd play Warzone if we had 2 other people.
Yeah,
it's just, I don't know. It's not as fun when it's duos, in my opinion. And I feel like when you're... every time I hop in a game, I'm trying to win.
Yeah.
And whether you say we're bad at Warzone or whatever, like, I'm not taking like a top 10 finish or top 5. Like, I want first every game. And at least in pubs, like, we can go in and we have a pretty good chance of winning every game.
Yeah.
But Warzone, we don't.
Yeah, no, not really. And especially, too, like...
I'm not playing like a bitch.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting top of a house with a thermal sniper just watching over.
Dude.
I'm not doing that.
Just like those fucking guys we were playing last night.
Yeah, with the LMGs.
Yeah.
And all they did was just watch every angle.
Yeah, like, I can't remember their...
toxic.
Yeah, I can't remember their names. It's a good thing I can't remember their fucking names. Oh, my God. It was like... We would be playing... We came across them, 3 times?
Yeah, 3 times.
Yeah, and a team of probably at least 4.
Yeah.
At least 4 guys.
Yeah.
I think it was 4. But every one of them, diamond LMGs with ACOGs.
The Stoner.
And the RPD. And then there's their secondary, akimbo Magnums.
Yeah.
Akimbo Diamattis.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they just did not push.
Yeah.
Like, they would sit in the corners and, sit...
and just watch headies.
These sit on the grossest headies. Yeah,
that was tough.
God. that is so toxic playing that way. I cannot fucking stand that. Like, oh man.
Well, hopefully we have better games tonight.
Yeah, because as we're recording this, it's like 8:00 at night. We're gonna play it tonight.
Yeah,
anyway.
We're gonna play in like an hour or something like that.
Right.
Update though, OpTic just won that control. They're up 2-1 against Ultra right now.
Bless up. Thank God, boys.
Yeah, I guess we can, rewind it back to the topic of us just getting into competitive COD. Yeah,
because that, like, right up until like the present day, I mean, it was Black Ops 4. I retired. I really did not play any Call of Duty that time. And then it was just MW. Surprisingly, I got revived from Call of Duty in that game. Like, I started playing it a lot and following competitive. But I had known who these guys were just throughout the years, at least like the big guys.
Yeah.
Like, I remember back in Ghost, like, I knew who Zuma was, Clayster, Crim6, Proofy.
Yeah.
Like, I'd heard all these names, but I didn't really know their backstory as much.
Yeah.
It's only now, or within the past, like, year since FW that I really...
That actually, like, watching every single event.
Yeah.
And keeping up with everything, like, week to week.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think part of that's definitely Black Ops 4 helped.
Yeah.
Because I told you about it, and you hopped on afterwards.
Yeah.
But, and, like, the CDL. The first, like, year of the CDL, it was legit. Could have gone a lot better. Pandemic
obviously.
But...
Shout out COVID.
But yeah, and now we're just watching COD like every single week.
Yeah, well, and that's such a great thing too about the CDL, as opposed to the CWL,
or just like the random MLG events.
Yeah,
every year.
Yeah. I mean, it was hard to keep up with. I mean, just for me,
just like an average person that doesn't know much about COD.
Yeah, I mean, for me, what was hard was that there was a ton of, it seemed like there was a ton of teams.
Yeah,
it seemed like there was a ton of teams, and there was a lot of like random ass players on teams. Yeah. Like, I remember, what was it, Splice?
Yeah.
Weren't they? They were all from Spain. Was it Splice or?
No, Heretics. BO4.
It might have been.
They were the Spanish team.
Yeah. I think it was them. Yeah. Like they just like came out of nowhere.
Yeah, and BO4 they came out of nowhere.
Yeah, and they were nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people were just like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Like,
yeah. And BO4 was, I mean, it's always been the top 16 teams are the pro teams.
Yeah.
But it wasn't really structured really well. Like, you always knew that OpTic was going to be there, FaZe was going to be there. like
Envy.
yeah, all those guys. But for the most part, technically any team could just win, and make it into win the open bracket and make into the actual bracket play.
Right. Yeah, and that's why I think now it's so good for
because it's legit.
Yeah, for anybody to get into it, because it is it's super legit.
Yeah,
and it's really structured. Like the CD, like they've done an amazing job with scheduling this and making it easy for dunderheads like myself to follow this and like keep up with it. So yeah, it's like I know like maybe some of the I would say lower teams, but that's what's even great now, man, right? Like
less teams, there's just way more competition.
Yeah, like last year London Royal Ravens, you would call them like bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
And today they played and they nearly beat the reigning champs. Nearly.
Very close.
Very close. Yeah. Like that is insane.
Yeah.
Like everyone was like, yeah, Dallas Empire, they're the reigning champs. Everyone was like, oh yeah, they're going to fucking run through London. And they didn't. Nope. And I was like,
it varies from game to game.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Or Paris Legion beating Florida Mutiniers. Like, what? Like, Paris last year was literally the worst team.
Yeah.
They were hopeless. Hopeless.
But yeah, I think more people can get into the CDL based off of, like, the more professional it gets.
Yeah.
More people are going to get into it. And we want more people to get into it.
Right, yeah. That's why we kind of started this whole thing.
Yeah. That's the whole point of this.
Talk about it ourselves and then just...
get the casuals into this. Yeah. Because I love explaining this stuff to just regular COD players.
Right.
But I think when I started watching it a ton, that's when I was following Hex like all the time.
Yeah.
OpTic Hex for anyone that doesn't know.
Yeah.
This guy's a legend. Yeah. But I started watching OpTic because of him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I started following Scump, like Nade. And I remember when Nade like left OpTic.
Yeah.
And now Nadeshot, for anyone that doesn't know who he is, he's a YouTuber. He's a team owner now. He used to be a former pro.
He was in a Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah, he was in a Super Bowl commercial.
A goddamn Super Bowl commercial.
He owns 100 Thieves, LA Thieves, and the COD and CDL.
Yeah.
But his team's frying.
Yeah. It's amazing. What an origin story. That dude started off in COD. Now he's a team owner.
Yeah, I know. Nate and Hex are just like two huge guys. Those guys are nuts.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. Imagine if they were listening to this. Those guys are crazy.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Like Hex is such an inspiration, I'm sure, to like a lot of people.
Especially
to me.
Yeah.
Because like I wanted to go into business just because of him.
Right.
And, like just business in general, because I saw how he operated OpTic and stuff.
Yeah.
And then now like watching Nade grow his team. Yeah. Is nuts.
Yeah.
And he's just, doing the same thing he did with OpTic, but better too.
Yeah, and that's what I think is so cool is because these guys like Paris and London Royal Ravens and all these other teams, like, they've had now, this is their second year in. For LA Thieves, this is their first year in, and they're already one of the biggest teams.
Yeah, they have way more following.
Yeah, their following is massive.
Yeah. And it's because Nadeshot had that background, and they produce content.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of content.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, Nade, I don't watch as much on Nadeshot. It's nothing against him. It's just something I don't know. I haven't gotten into it.
Yeah.
Like it's just like I say that with music, which is like that's my job is music mainly. There's certain bands like I haven't listened to yet.
Yeah.
But like I'll get around to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like it'll eventually hit me where I'm gonna be huge into Nadeshot.
Yeah. I followed Nade like in OpTic, and then when he left, I still followed him, and I remember him starting like 100 Thieves with like Nick Merckx and stuff.
Yeah.
And now just like 100 Thieves is huge.
How can you not respect him?
Yeah, exactly.
He's insane.
And he's
in a good way.
I'm so glad he's in the CDL now.
Oh, it's massive for the CDL.
I just want to go to an event to meet him.
Yeah.
I need to meet like Hex and Nade at one point in my life. I have to.
Yeah. No, like going to a CDL event would literally like be us going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like that's I'd rather go to a CDL, like go to COD Champs than go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, me too.
Any day of the week.
Like I want to meet them so bad.
Oh yeah.
And I don't. It's so funny because I'm sure they all have fans and stuff,
Right?
but it's like we know their lives.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah. Like I literally grew up with them. Like Nate was just like a little kid when
Right.
I was watching him. I was a little kid too back in 2011.
Yeah.
And now like we're all adults.
Yeah. Well, and that's like what we talked about today. Like we were kind of on the same path as those guys regarding like we were playing Call of Duty when they were playing Call of Duty.
Yeah. They're just a few years older than us.
Yeah, or some of these guys are younger than us.
Yeah, now.
Which is sad. But yeah, like we were playing Call of Duty at the same time, or we were huge fan or are huge fans of Call of Duty, and we lived and breathed it and watched watch all the content with it too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so cool.
Just like, yeah, we always watched a bunch of YouTubers play it, and when we got into competitive, we were watching the events and stuff. But it's just so cool seeing these guys actually making a living out of it.
Yeah, yeah. Like
guys younger than us too.
I know, it's crazy.
I want to meet Envoy.
I know,
Dylan.
Yeah,
if you're listening to this, please.
Yeah,
I want to talk to you.
Yeah, I know. Hey, absolutely. Him or any of those guys, any of these guys.
No, yeah, these guys would be so cool to be friends with.
Yeah, no, it's like nuts.
They're just genuine people. I'm assuming a lot of these guys would just be cool to hang out with and just chill.
Yeah, because I think most of these guys are like us in the aspect that they were just grinding out COD, and they just kept grinding, and then it worked out. They're like, all right, fire. Like, I want a team.
Yeah.
This is all I want to do.
Like, Dill, let's go grab food.
Facts. All these people, they all seem like really cool.
Yeah, he's going to be like, yo, let's go to Capitol Grill. I can't afford that. I cannot afford that.
Drain the bank account on food with them. No.
He's like, I got you.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, with the money these guys are making, yeah, they could take the tab.
Yeah.
100%, dude. But yeah, we've been following them for so long, and I mean, I still think about that from time to time when I watch Hex's vlogs or watch his podcast, which of course we're huge fans of and inspired us to do it in the first place.
Yeah.
I think I'm like, man, I was watching him back when he had his dog shit mic. And I didn't even know what he looked like.
Yeah.
Back
when there were no face cams on YouTube.
Yeah,
videos. That wasn't a thing.
Yeah, and like when gameplay commentary was everything.
Yeah.
Like I'd watch Woody's gamer tag, only use me blade.
And the gameplay mattered.
Yeah.
Like you had to
fucking annihilate. Yeah. And they like commentated. They didn't just talk about like whatever. They had to talk about the game.
The game, yeah.
They talked about like, so I get this. Oh, this sick 2Bs, Like it was so strange. But like following Hex during that era, and now I watch him. And like he's still doing it. It's insane.
And even bigger.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Way bigger.
100 times bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's incredible. And yeah, I mean, I wish the best for him and for Thieves too, because those guys, like, we didn't really. I mean, I'm sure there's probably some names from these other teams that we might have recognized. Like, I do remember Rambo Ray, who's the coach for Dallas Empire. Hastro, I've heard the name, but I didn't really know much about him.
Yeah.
But like Rambo, I remember that name.
Yeah.
Like I remember he was a god in Call of Duty.
Well, that's a good thing about, Hex producing all this content. Like his Eavesdrop podcast, like that's literally going to go down in history. Like people are going to be listening to that.
Yeah.
Like years down the line.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, just because of him talking about his experience and then everybody he has on there too.
Because like people are gonna retire eventually. Like Karma's retired. I mean, he could still play. Technically, he's retired.
Dude, that kid. He's an adult. That guy could absolutely annihilate.
Yeah, he could come back. But I mean, like actually, when Clay hangs up the sticks, Krim, Scott, all these guys. Which we need to go to an event before that happens. We're gonna see Hex and Nate.
Yeah,
that's happening.
Yeah,
I want to meet them so bad. They're such inspiration.
Yeah. Now we'll hopefully once COVID takes a back seat, we can
go to an event.
Yeah, and just for the viewers of the CDL, or people who maybe don't watch it, like the events. Like the LAN events where they actually play in person, because I don't know if people really know that's what they always had done.
Yeah,
was they would go to an arena or a stadium, or back in the day they go to like your local Holiday Inn, and they would just play against each other, on setups.
Yeah.
They'd
all have their individual screens and Xboxes all linked up together.
Yeah, and they had, and obviously had crowds.
Mm-hmm.
You would go to it.
Yeah.
So it's definitely different now that it's online, but it's still good COD.
Yeah. It's just missing the crowd.
Yeah, which is a huge part of it, But yeah, I mean, I that ain't gonna discourage me from watching it.
Yeah, exactly. I want LAN events to come back. I think a lot of people do. To just watch these guys play, and I want to be in the crowd, like cheering them on. They're screaming at the top of their lungs, like and stuff.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that in our last podcast. It's like if you can watch these games or go online. So I know OpTic just won the game.
That was clutch.
Against Ultra.
Comeback.
That's amazing. Thank God the boys clutched up and did it. Incredible. We'll have to watch that back because we're gonna wrap it up here in a couple minutes.
Yeah.
But
give me the point.
Yeah, the trees all say.
If any of you guys are in the my predictions on the CDL website, let me know. Maybe we can add them into the private whatever. I don't even know what it is. A private party that we have.
Yeah, sure.
And then we can compete against each other in these predictions.
Yeah, if anyone is listening, definitely just follow us on Twitter at the COD Casuals.
Yeah.
What is it? It's the COD _Casuals.
No, it's just the COD Casuals.
Yeah, the COD
if you
Casuals.
search that up, you can find it.
It'll come up with the Fire logo.
Shout
out. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much how we got into where we are today. We're public players, but I mean are huge fans of the CDL, or formerly the CWL, but getting into competitive and knowing all these people, I mean it's happened pretty quick.
Yeah.
But it's been cool, from the CWL, all those people, and now seeing that massive pool slim down to just the cream of the crop players.
The 48 best players in the world, technically.
Yeah.
And it took literally a decade to get COD franchised to where it is now.
Yeah.
So it's been a long time.
I know.
I mean, competitive COD's been a thing for so long, but now it's actually official. It's in the game.
Yeah.
And I just hope more people know about it and can find it.
Right.
I mean, that's the whole point of this podcast. We got to reach out. Want to reach out to our fellow pub players.
Yeah. Buy those skins.
Yeah.
Go on YouTube
and just watch these guys.
Watch the CDL.
Yeah.
Go on their website, Call of Duty League's website. If you need to get a schedule.
Yeah.
Game Fuel. Yeah, Game Fuel. I bought one today at the store. I'm gonna be cracked on the sticks tonight, dude. Yeah, get the 0 cal one.
Yeah, 0 calorie.
Yeah, it's
really
the best. It's the best. But yeah, we hope you all enjoyed our origin story here, talking about Call of Duty.
Came up in COD.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many people that play pubs.
Yeah.
I mean, me and you are pub players. We don't claim to be amateurs. We're not trying to go pro.
No, we don't play game battles.
Yeah. No, I've played game battles back in the day in BO3.
Yeah.
And
consistently though.
Yeah, I played in tournaments and stuff, but
right.
We're pub players.
Yeah.
And we're big fans of the CDL. We know what's happening. That's
yeah.
We understand what's happening on the map. And to most everyday COD players, they don't even look at the mini map. So, we got to help those people out.
Yeah.
And the people that aren't looking at the mini map when there's a hard pub, you need to look at the mini map because you're letting me die.
Yeah. If you want to learn some decent skills,
maybe we should
please
have that as a top, just simple tips and tricks.
That'll be episode 3.
Yeah, maybe. Or
the tips and tricks.
Yeah.
101 COD.
Because again, we're targeting the people that we, just the pub players.
Yeah.
And the actual I don't want to say nice, but the people that aren't assholes on pubs. Dude, we load in the game, people are talking shit. Just because we
see those mics chirping.
Yeah. Or we win around. and they're shooting bodies
or
teabagging us. I'm like, what do we do?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to play the game and win.
Right.
Like, I don't understand that when people are like, you're trying so hard.
I don't either.
I'm like, I'm just playing the game, man.
Right.
I'm not going in the game and wanting to lose. I have an objective.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? Going to a game, like, it doesn't even matter if it's multiplayer or any game. You're like, yo, I'm gonna play the single player game. I'm just gonna keep fucking dying.
Yeah,
like what?
Right?
Like, why would you do that?
I'll never understand that. Well, we're at an hour here, but do you want to go over like the Super Week really quick, just like the scores and stuff?
Yeah, sure. So, what's today? Wednesday. I'm losing my mind right now. I can't remember what day it is. So yeah. This whole Super Week, this happened obviously because of the terrible thing that happened in Texas with the storm. Reason that delayed this week is because most of these teams are in Texas because of the internet. It's it's God tier out there. So because it's online, a lot of these teams, I want to say it's somewhere around like 8 out of the 12 teams.
I think it's 8 out of the 12.
Yeah, have moved to Texas. But obviously, because depending on where they are, that they didn't have internet access, so they've combined now 2 weeks of Call of Duty.
Week 2 and Week 3.
Yeah, Week 2 and Week 3 of Call of Duty into this week. So Monday, 2 teams played: Florida Mutineers and the Los Angeles Guerrillas.
3-1.
3-1 for the Mutineers. That was expected,
yeah.
I think, by most people. Mutineers have been looking great. And last year they won. They were the only team, I think, to win back-to-back tournaments, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then it was FaZe Ultra. FaZe won that game. Again, that's not surprising at all.
Went to Game 5 though.
Was it 3-1? Wasn't it?
Oh yeah, 3-1.
Yeah, 3-1.
That was my prediction.
Yeah, the prediction was round 5. So yeah, it went 3-1.
That was expected.
Yeah, it was not unexpected. FaZe, they competed in the championships last year, the grand finals.
The runner-ups.
Yeah, they have absolute psychopaths on their team. Their players are Arcides, Simp, Abizi, and Celium.
Yeah.
All of them are, they're all young kids, but they've been playing for probably the past three CODs, I think, 3 or 4 CODs, like competitive at least.
Well, Celium, Abizi, and Simp, they all came up in like BO4. I mean, they were playing like previously.
Yeah.
But like that's when they got their name.
Yeah.
BO4.
So they haven't. Yeah. So they really just kind of exploded within the past couple of years of Call of Duty. So FaZe is nasty. Then Tuesday happened.
Florida, Paris. Florida got railed. They lost 0-3. That's shocking.
That's your prediction was 3-0 Florida,
yeah.
And it was 3-0 Legion, which is crazy.
Then the next game was London Royal Ravens versus the New York Subliners. The Subliners won 3-0. That was to be expected, I think.
I disagree. I was kind of surprised that they 3-0'd them. Mm-hmm. I was thinking it was going to be like kind of close.
Yeah.
Like maybe like 2. I think Subliners would have pulled it out.
Mm-hmm.
Subliners has the captain of their team is a guy named, I think we mentioned him earlier in the podcast, named Clayster. Clayster's he's old as dirt. He's the oldest guy in the league.
28.
Yeah, right. Which in the Call of Duty League, he's like 65 apparently.
Yeah.
He was on the Dallas Empire last year when it was 5v5, and him and another guy in the Dallas Empire, Crim 6, they were the team captains. They were the veterans. So he is a reigning world champion. Yeah. But obviously, Call of Duty went to 4v4. And they decided to get rid of him. Yeah, they dropped him. So he's coming with vengeance. He's got a whole new team of young players.
Very young players.
Yeah. So he's trying to lead them to glory.
Yeah.
So a 3-0 is huge for them.
Yeah. I said 3-0 because when they played Dallas, it probably should have been a 3-0.
Yeah.
But they just like messed up a little bit, so that's why I said 3-0.
Yeah.
But moving on. The next match was Rocker versus Surge. Rocker won 3-0.
Yeah.
Surge choked.
Yeah.
It probably should have been like 2-1 Surge.
Right.
And then Game 4.
Yeah, Surge last year they were definitely like, of the teams I'd mentioned earlier, London Royal Ravens, Paris, that made up the bottom of the league. Surge, I think, was like with Paris as the bottom of the team. It was a really rough year for them.
Rockers is really good this year. They have a really good team.
Yeah, Rocker totally. They did a complete makeover of their team.
Really
no one's from that team from last year.
Then today, Wednesday, it was first game, Dallas Empire versus London Royal Ravens. I went to game 5. Ravens almost did it.
Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, London Royal Ravens has a Parasite on their team who he's a really old player.
Black Ops 2 world champ.
Yeah, he's been playing for a very, very long time. But he's been out of the professional scene for a few years now. So that was a big deal for him to come back. I think it's because who's the guy on
Zero?
Zero's
he's stuck in Europe.
Yeah, I think it's because of
COVID.
Yeah, because of COVID restrictions. So Parasite stepped in. Do you think he's going to get that spot? He's going to hold that? I don't think so either.
Zero, I would much rather take Zero.
Yeah, I don't know enough about Zero, but it's hard to say. I mean, I think the only way he could ever maintain that spot is if every game, which obviously it didn't happen,
plays out of his mind.
And they win
everything.
Yeah, they win everything. That would be the only way you could be the team owner of London Royal Ravens and be like,
and justify keeping him.
Yeah.
And the team. I mean, the team, I'm sure, like, weighs in on it too.
Right, because that was part of his problem, apparently, was just chemistry with other players.
Yeah.
So who knows what that's like? We don't know anything about that, really. That's just kind of speculation. But so that was a huge game. Then it was LA Thieves Surge.
3-2.
3-2. That's kind of surprising.
Surge, they're getting better. It's just the games are always close,
which is great.
They're just choking.
Yeah,
it's just small.
Yeah,
like the Looney, it was round 5 on control, and he got a triple kill at the Semtex, but it was a triple kill with him, his 2 teammates, Octane and Pristini, and that just got them stuck in spawn right off the bat.
That's the thing too, right? And
that's 75% of the team just gone.
Yeah,
that's 5 seconds just off the map.
Yeah, because if whoever's listening, if you don't play League play, this follows more or less the same rules as League play does. So what happens? It's only 4 guys on the team, right? And when you die, you have to wait. Is it 3 seconds? 3-second delay or 5 seconds?
I can't even remember.
I can't remember
either.
It's
5. No, it might be 3.
It might be 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Still, there's a delay as to when you spawn in.
Yeah. It's quick, but
that
seconds on the map is a lot.
Yeah, and you can team kill.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, friendly fires.
Yeah, friendly fires on.
We'll talk about all those like rules and stuff.
Yeah, so that's crazy that can that you got to be really careful with when you throw nades and do all that stuff. You got to be really coordinated.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. They just
blew it.
Poor Looney.
But yeah.
Then the last match was OpTic versus Ultra. You guys heard us talking about it earlier. OpTic closed it out.
The boys, the Kings. Thank God.
That was pretty dominant too.
Yeah.
So,
they lost the search though.
Yeah, they just got to keep working. Got to keep working on that.
Yeah, they played last weekend. They got bodied on search.
Destroyed.
Yeah. I think if you just saw that on the outside, you thought that was probably like that OpTic has never played Search and Destroy in their entire life.
Yeah.
Because they played 2 games of Search against FaZe, and what was it? 1-12 or 2-12?
I think it was like 2-12.
Yeah, they won.
Actually, no, it was 1-12.
1-12. Yeah, they won 1 game.
Yeah.
So pretty brutal. So yeah, that wrapped up Wednesday, and then Thursday is going to be Rocker. This is going to be Thursday at what time? Is it
Thursday starting
at 12.
12 Pacific.
Yeah, so 3
our time, 3 Eastern.
That's going to be Rocker Subliners. Then after that's going to be OpTic. They're playing against the Gorillas, and then closing out the day is FaZe Mutineers.
Mm-hmm.
Rocker Subliners, you've got Rocker winning 3-2. I can agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to flip it, though, just because I'm a dick. Just to get something different. I think Subliners are rolling from that dub, that 3-0 sweep against London.
Yeah.
So I think they might pull it out. Then OpTic Gorillas, I think you've got that right, 3-0.
Mm-hmm.
I might give Gorillas a round.
I thought about it, but I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I think 3. And then, FaZe Mutineers, I had FaZe winning 3-1. I gave them a round just because like they did beat them in the preseason.
Yeah.
But they also got swept by Paris.
True. So who knows where they're at right now.
Yeah. But, yeah, those are the matches for tomorrow. Next week we can, cover more about the rest of the week, I guess. Next week is first major, actually.
Crazy.
The start of March 3rd.
Yeah.
That's the first day of Major 1.
Yep.
So the rest of these matches are pretty important for like the CDL points for a lot of these teams. So a lot of these teams have to win.
Yeah. So no. I mean, just looking at it, it's all really good games. I mean, every single one of these. That's what's so great about the CDL right now.
Yeah.
Is all of these matchups, and especially too, these games they're so mixed.
Yeah.
Like we're like, oh yeah, like this is gonna be a sweep, and then it's a game 5.
It's not. Yeah.
Or it's gonna be game 5, and then it's a sweep.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Super competitive.
Yeah.
But yeah. What are we at? Hour
and 11 minutes. There we go. 1-1-1.
There we go.
So.
I guess we can wrap it up here. Hopefully my audio isn't too low. I know Mike and I are still trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
Right now it looks fine, but that my mouth is literally like on the microphone. So hopefully
that mic's getting wet, dude.
Hopefully we don't have to edit it and like post, but we can like check it out.
Yeah.
You can send me the file over and stuff. But.
Right. So we'll do that. If his audio is a little bit low, we do apologize. Like as we said in the first episode, we're still trying to work out some of these kinks. So we'll keep improving every time. So bear with us as we try to get through all this.
Any final words?
No. I think it was great. Great talking about our origin story. About Call of Duty. I'm sure we'll always rant about that at some point later on in the future. And yeah, I mean, just from today too, and this week we've had great games. I know when this goes up, these games that we're talking about right now will be done. But yeah, I mean, all these games are so competitive. It's so much fun. Even if you're just a casual person, I mean, you should just check it out. Check it out. Yeah, check out a couple of games. Go on the Call of Duty League website, check out the schedule for them, and yeah, they stream on YouTube. You don't have to pay anything. Stream on YouTube.
Load in the game.
Yeah,
and you can like see their see the schedule and stuff.
Yeah,
keep up with it.
Yeah,
but I guess follow us on Twitter, the COD Casuals.
Yeah.
We're on 6 different platforms now, but the only ones that really matter. We're on Spotify and YouTube, Pocket Cast. We're still waiting on confirmation on Apple Podcast. That's probably going to take a little bit, but we'll post all the episodes.
We'll be 100 by that time happens.
Yeah, right. But podcast will be up every Monday.
Yep.
I think that's what
we're shooting for. That's the goal.
And we're going to be posting once a week. That's a goal for us.
Absolutely.
But I think this was a good episode.
Yeah, I think it was great.
Episode 2, we didn't give up.
Nope. We didn't give up. We're here for round 2.
But yeah.
We hope you stuck with us.
We'll leave a review about our podcast on Google Podcast or, everything.
Yep. Wherever you can find us. Again, probably Twitter would be better, but whatever platform we called out there works for you.
Yeah.
Leave us a review, comment
on YouTube.
Yeah, right. Subscribe.
Don't forget to hit that notification bell. But yeah, anyways, guys, it's been the COD Casuals. I'm Justin.
And I'm Mike.
We'll see you guys later.
All right, see y'all. Peace.
See ya.